So we all know the battle, the fabled battle between Aokiji and Akainu, where these two fought against each other to be Fleet Admiral. And we know that they changed the environment of Punk Hazard permanently. One side is like these mountainous ice glacier mountain things and like a constant blizzard. And like the other side is molten rock and volcano and volcanic ash that's constantly falling down. And the end result of that battle is Akainu beating Aokiji and Akainu being Fleet Admiral and Aokiji leaving and going off his own to do his own thing. And we do know that they were both gravely wounded after the battle, but Aokiji more so than Akainu because Aokiji, he lost an entire limb. However, it was recently brought to my attention that some people believe that Aokiji is stronger than Akainu. When you read that, kind of scratch your head like, wait, hold on a second, what? Akainu is weaker than Aokiji. But hold on, we saw the fight. We did not see the fight, all right? Ichiro Oda has not delivered on the fight. Whether it's manga or anime, we have not seen this fight go down. We need to see that fight. We need to see the payback war. There are many things that Oda has not showcased that we must see, that we definitely need to see more of. So, but we know the end result of the fight. Okay, let me not harp on that too much. However, I can now understand why the argument's made the way it is. From the standpoint of strength, or in this case, let's change it to overall combat ability. Aokiji, from an ability standpoint, is superior than Akainu. Now, we can't say hockey, because when it comes to hockey, unknown, relatively speaking, as to who's superior. What is the preference of Akainu? Like, who's better in an arm in hockey or Kenbochin hockey? I have no idea. When it comes to strength, physical strength and might, can't really gauge either. I would assume Akainu, but who knows how much Aokiji can lift and punch and so on and so forth. But when it comes to the abilities of Akainu and Aokiji, you can say with some confidence Akainu is inferior to Aokiji. And the main reason why is because of the environment that they live in. The environment of the One Piece world is a water world, predominantly so. Because of that, Aokiji can manipulate far more of the environment than Akainu can. Akainu mainly needs land in order for him to manipulate the environment in any way, shape, or form, whereas Aokiji does not need land. And on top of that, we've seen Aokiji make things out of thin air, like those ice spears, presumably out of the water molecules in the atmosphere. The flexibility of Akainu's powers are not there, whereas when it comes to Aokiji, it's clearly there. I won't say that's completely true, and the main reason why is because I would assume that Akainu should be able to form land platforms in the ocean easy. That's my assumption. But we haven't seen that yet. We know Aokiji can do that on the spot. Make like iceberg thick land platforms that go on for like hundreds of kilometers. We've seen him do that with relative ease. Now, because of that flexibility in ability, this gives Aokiji a better shot of dealing with oncoming threats, oncoming opponents or forces better than Akainu can. Because Aokiji can fight in both land and sea very effectively, and Akainu can't really do that as far as we know. So against each other, Akainu is the superior because that's already been proven to be the case. It's kind of similar to Luffy and Enel. The battle is in Luffy's favor from Jump Street. Akainu, his ability automatically puts him ahead of Aokiji. Automatically. Because if Ace's fire can completely counter the ice of Aokiji, then a superior heat variant, Magma, and I do the quotes because, in all honesty, Ace's fire shouldn't really be inferior to Akainu's Magma from a heat standpoint. Like, it really shouldn't. Like, that's kind of weird, honestly, but whatever. All right, just another day. Because Magma is a superior heat variant to fire, if Ace's fire can completely counter Aokiji's ice, then Akainu's lava is completely superior to Aokiji's ice. However, when it comes to other opponents and other situations, whether it be another opponent, whether it be a certain military group that has certain tactics in place, Aokiji can handle these things better than Akainu can when it comes specifically from an ability standpoint, because Aokiji's ability has far more flexibility than Akainu's ability. If you had, let's say, Luffy against, like, let's say, someone from CP9, or Enel against someone from CP9, Enel would probably do better at that point in time. Aokiji would probably have a better chance against Fujitora as opposed to Akainu against Fujitora. And the Akainu and the Aokiji I'm talking about are the Aokiji and Akainu of the past, not of the present, because of the present, I mean, who knows what's been going down. Like, maybe Aokiji has been doing training, but Akainu's done like 15 times more training. I have no idea. But I'm talking about them when they fought each other during the past. Very similar to what I said about Luffy and NL. If you have Luffy and NL when they fought each other against CP9 members at that point in time, NL would probably do much, much better than Luffy, even though Luffy beat NL. The same thing applies here. If you had, let's say, Aokiji and Akainu against someone like Fujitora, but you have the Aokiji and Akainu of back then, given the versatility from an ability standpoint alone, you would probably do better against Fujitora than Akainu would. So that was brought to my attention. I can kind of see the foundation of that argument. I don't fully buy it because, in my personal opinion, there are certain things that Akainu has yet to show, but at the same time, we're looking at it from at that point in time. Nonetheless, I don't fully buy it, but I see it. I see where the folks who told me this are coming from. So that being said, I'm done. Be sure to rate the video. It is not that hard to do, considering you all have a device called ZMouse. You use ZMouse to click, rate the video, to click, subscribe, to click on that bell to join the squad, and of course, comment in the comment section down below. Peace, and have a nice goddamn day.